And this would be more dismissible and more acceptable if the entire, if every single sequence in the digital world was animated in some way. I think that would have been a smarter decision. With the upcoming release of Tron Ares, what better time is there than now than to go back and review the original Tron film, starting with not only the first film of the Tron trilogy, but one of the first video game movies of all time, 1982's Tron. It was an interesting experience watching this movie because I did not grow up on this film or the second film, Tron Legacy, so I was completely in the dark when it came to really what these movies were about until these past few weeks when I got to sit down and watch them finally. And in particular with this first film, it was very interesting to think about how video games were seen in 1982 when this film was made to how they've developed along with computers and the internet and even AI into what we think of them now. And this movie very much is a film that is all about the things that we think are just normal now. There's AI, in particular with the master control program, that has to be stopped in this film. There's the relationship between big tech corporations and AI tools. The scene where director Dillinger is sort of negotiating with the master control program, and he's essentially being blackmailed by a machine. I thought that that was very funny. But all of these ideas that are essentially a part of video games in particular and the internet and everything we think about those things now was not that way back when this film was made. And in that aspect, this film has aged remarkably well, and it is very interesting to think about these things when you watch it. Jeff Bridges, of course, as our main character, Kevin Flynn, is very, I think, charming for a main character, and how his entire goal isn't very complicated. He simply wants to get justice. He wants to get back at his boss who cheated him out of the success that is rightfully his. And it's great to see him move throughout the digital world that he had a huge part in making, and to see him triumph at the end with the help of the digital security program and soldier Tron. But because this movie is very much a digital and thus CGI animated based film, a lot of the visual effects in this movie have not aged well at all. And this would be more dismissible and more acceptable if the entire, if every single sequence in the digital world was animated in some way. I think that would have been a smarter decision. But they tried to have the real actors with suits move through these digital environments that really do not look good now, and the actors themselves look very, very awkward moving through these computer-generated sets. Yes, normally I wouldn't be as picky as I am about visual effects not being as good back then as they are now, but because this is a movie that very much relies on visual effects, it can't be just tossed to the side as an issue of it's just an older film. The first film of the Tron trilogy certainly has left its impact on science fiction filmmaking and video game movies ever since it was released in 1982. The film gives us a likable protagonist with Jeff Bridges as Kevin Flynn, and even though there are a lot of ideas that are mainstream in movies now, the movie manages to keep its focus on its main plotline. However, because the movie does focus a lot on the digital aspect of its premise, the decisions made by the filmmakers to try and have the real-world actors merged with the animated sets has not stood the test of time. With that being said, Tron gets a 6.5 out of 10. Hello everyone, welcome back to Movies with Michael. I hope you enjoyed this movie review, and you can show it by leaving a like on this video and comment down below what you thought about this movie. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Or was it right there in between? You can tell me all that down below in the comments section. And please remember to subscribe to this channel and click the notification icon to be notified about my latest videos. That's all for now, and I'll see you all next time.